This is Mimi from Mimi's Paper Crafting. Welcome back to my channel, and I just filmed this entire video on pause, so we're starting over. Anyway, I thought I would do a video on the types of dies I think you should have in your stash. Dies that I think if you are just starting with die cutting, you should invest in. Okay, these are the ones that I go to all the time, that I feel are most important to have. So let's get started again. Okay, so first and foremost, alphabet dies. I actually brought out these are my die bins. This is talked about in the beginning of that other video that I just stopped because I'm an idiot. But alphabet dies. I have all different kinds of alphabet dies, different styles. These ones are stitched. I have little tiny ones that are lowercase. I have these big ones that can make a really big statement on a card. I have all kinds of alphabet dies. The great thing about alphabet dies, you guys, is that you can make any word you want. You have seen me in many videos making sentiments using alphabet dies, because I could use whatever letters to make whatever words I want. That is what is amazing about alpha dies. In my opinion, you should invest in 3 types of alpha dies. A big one like this one, because this is the one that you can make a card, like my Father's Day card that I just made that said dad. You could do dad, mom, whatever. Those are very big and bold letters to use on a card front. Also invest in a tinier set, because sometimes you might need a tiny one, and invest in a middle size. So you should have a small, medium, and large alpha in your collection. You can do so much with them. Find the style that you love the best. Mine are actually always the stitch dies. I love a good stitch die. I think they look amazing. But that is what you need in your stash. Okay. Next are alpha dies. Number dies. I have 2 sets of number dies. I have these that are stitched, and I have another set hanging up on my wall. I don't know if you know this, on this side of my desk, there's a bookshelf, and I have magnets, big magnetic sheets on that I put my most used dies on. So I just have to grab when I'm ready for that die. So number dies to me are also important. You can use them for the year, a birthday. You can even... there's so many ways you can use these kind of dies. It's all up to you how you use them. Okay, next are shape dies. All right, I have some postage stamp shapes. I have these weird shapes here. I'll take one out that I use for water. I'll use these to make like water a lot of times. I have decal edge rectangles, decal edge circles. Up on my wall are decal edged stars. I have squares and rectangles and smaller circles and smaller rectangles. Shape dies are very versatile to have in your stash. They can be used to make card fronts. They can be used to make actual, like there's other shapes. Like right here I have this mason jar. You can make mini albums out of shapes. You can use them as your focal point. There's so many things that you can do with a shaped card. You can make a shaped card base easily, and how you do that is by, let's just take one out here. Say you want to make a shaped card base. You wouldn't use this because it cuts out the middle. But this is what I have right here in front of me. But you wouldn't use this one because it does cut out the middle. It cuts out a frame. You would line and fold your paper up, and you would put it below this last cut line here. This last edge cut line, you would put the folded edge underneath it, and it wouldn't cut that, and then that makes it a shaped. If you want to see that and you've never seen it done, let me know. So shaped dies, they're super versatile. You can get ovals, stars, rectangles. There's so many different shape dies out there. And then there's plain, there's stitched. They're out there. They're a must-have in my opinion, and you can do so much with them. Next is tag dies. Now, to me, I want the specialty tag dies. Okay, I want this one, which is a slot die. So these little ridges here make slots that you can put things in. You've seen me use this. I want this kind of die because I like the shape on the top. Now, if you just want, now these are old. I had these before I had that, this punch. This punch basically makes the same shape. So I would not purchase something like this. I would purchase the punch, because the punch, in my opinion, can turn any length of paper, any width of paper into a dot, into a tag. So I would rather have the punch, but I bought these way years before I had a punch. Okay. Also, another one is like this decal edge one that comes with this little piece here. That's a good one to have. And there's another one, is a specialty one here. This one cuts out a tag, and this middle section here will then slide up to reveal something underneath that. So it cuts this shape but keeps it inside the tag, and you can just push up and it shows you, and there's something, it reveals something that's underneath. Those kind of tag dies, yes. Buy all the fun tag dies. The basic, just clipping the corner dies, you can buy that punch and do that yourself. Okay, next is sentiment dies. So I have all kinds of sentiments here. I have the word love with a shadow die, happy birthday, which you see me use all the time with the shadow die. Now you can use them without the shadow die or with the shadow die. That's up to you. You don't always have to use it. I have a hello that doesn't have one, a thanks that doesn't have one, a feel better that does have one. And guys, if you want a shadow die and your die does not come with a shadow die, let me know if you want me to show you what to do, and I'll make a short showing you how to make a shadow for your die without a shadow die. Okay, so this is a shadow die. The outline is a shadow die. That's what that's called. Okay, and in my opinion, you need a thanks. You need a happy birthday. You need a with sympathy or thinking of you, and you need a feel better. All the other ones are just fun to have. But a thank you, some kind of thank you sentiment, some kind of happy birthday sentiment, and some kind of feel better, thinking of you with sympathy, those kind of sentiments are the ones that I think you definitely need in your stash. The other ones are just for fun. Next, I've been doing the fun fold cards with you guys. But I know there are some people out there that are like, I don't want to do fun fold cards. That's too much work. I don't want to have to figure it out, blah, 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 blah. They make dies for that. This one here is a pop and twist. I had to think. This one is a pop and twist. Okay. So this one is, you know what a pop and twist is? It's when you open up the card and it twists open and pops out, and it has 4 separate sections. So that's a pop and twist. This one here is a reveal card. I think when you open it, the middle kind of, it reveals what's in the middle. I've made it before. It's a lawn fawn die. This one here is a step card from Sizzix, and the only reason I own this one was because when my Michaels closed, my local Michaels closed and moved spots right across the street. But when they closed, they clearanced everything out to try to get rid of everything. And this one I got dirt cheap. So there's that one there. Though I have to say, I hate their envelopes. I like that it comes with envelopes, but they're a pain. There we go. So there's that one. This one also, I believe, is a Sizzix one. This one didn't come with an envelope, though. And this one is a mason jar. See, the mason jar opens up and reveals a mason jar in the inside. This is technically a fun fold card. So, see that? That's what this is. That cuts that out. How it works, I don't remember. I've made it once. I don't remember. I would rather, when I'm making fun fold cards on video for you guys, I'm making them by cutting and folding myself, so you know how to do it. This one here just cuts out a little pop up, so the card pops up and out. I don't know why I have that one. I don't even remember buying it. And this one is that Karen, oh my god, I can never remember her last name. Bernstein, maybe? dye that when you open up the card, it's all these little tiny pictures that pop out. I think I made that one for my niece. If I can find it, I will link it down below. If I've made any of these, I will try to find them and link them down below. I'm not sure if I did on camera or not, but that's what those are. If you hate cutting fun fold cards, they have so many dies to do. Come on. They have so many dies to cut fun fold cards. Like, you don't ever need to cut a fun fold card. Okay. But personally, I rarely use them. These are the ones that I use, like this little pop out thingy that I don't want to have to cut myself. That's the kind of stuff I use, not the actual fun fold. All right, next are holiday dies. And you might be thinking, okay, but holidays only come up once a year. Why do we need holiday dies? Listen, these are if you're a card maker. If you're a card maker, you need holiday dies. Now, I'm not saying go out and buy every single holiday die on the market. I'm saying like this here, these egg shapes, you can use these. You can put them together, make shakers. So look, I just put this in, cut these out. Now you have a shaker card. You can make a shaker egg. You can leave them plain. You can cut them out in so many different ways. You can cut them out. You can cut out 10 of these and make a little Easter egg tag album for your Easter pictures. Like, there's so many things you can do with some of these dies that make them very versatile. Those are the kind of dies that I think you need. Now, here are hearts. You guys, these are big hearts. You can make albums. You can use these for anything. You can use them not just for Valentine's Day. These here, remember, I used on a wedding card. These hearts here, do you remember? I used these on a wedding card for my boyfriend's aunt and uncle when they got married last year. So you can use them for anything. I believe I used this one on a birthday card for my mom, I think. I believe I did. So you can use heart dies for so many different things. The smallest of the little cutout hearts over here can be used as the nose of an animal. You can fold the smallest heart in half and use them as an ear for an animal. There's so many different things you can do with a heart shaped. Okay, a heart shape. Now this one is, okay, here we go. Here is fall. So I have fall dies, and there's the word believe. That could be used for so many things. There's the word, that's rainbow. I don't know why. The word blessings. You can use this for anything. It doesn't have to just be fall. This one says harvest. I can use this in a summer mini album. If I'm taking pictures of all the food that comes from our garden, I can use the word harvest. There's the word wishes somewhere right here. You can use the word wishes and stamp out the word birthday and have birthday wishes. There's so many things you can do with that. This pumpkin here. This pumpkin, yeah, it can be used for fall. It could be used for Thanksgiving. It could be used for Halloween. It could be used for many different seasons throughout the year. I can use it in, like I said, a gardening mini album because my dad grows pumpkins. You can use it for all kinds of things. It doesn't have to just be fall related. Same with this spooky house that I got. This spooky house, cut it out in reds and greens and browns, and now it's a gingerbread house. Cut it out in pastels, and it's a beach house for a summer album. You can do so many things with this one die. It does not have to be Halloween. There's also somewhere in here a moon. This moon doesn't have to just be Halloween. This moon could be anything. So if my point is, buy the Halloween dies, buy the Thanksgiving dies, buy the Christmas dies. Like here I have snowflakes. Snowflakes aren't just Christmas. Snowflakes are all winter long. Buy the dies that are going to be versatile to start with. You guys, this is just to start with. These are ones that I think you need in your stash, and then you go on. Look at all my dies. Look at them all. This is not even all of them. There's some up on the wall. I am not over here telling you you can only buy these. I'm saying, come on, I'm saying that these are the ones I feel are the ones that you should start with. And let's say you want to start collecting dies and start die cutting tomorrow. Well, the first next upcoming holiday is what? Halloween. So start looking at Halloween dies and see which ones that you think would be versatile for other things. That's all I'm saying. Like, especially if you're a card maker. If you're a card maker, the Halloween, the Christmas, those kind of dies are important. All right. I only have a few more left to go. Now, this one is something that's really silly. And you're going to say, well, this is silly. It is silly. However, this is a truck die. You can't see it. It's got all these pieces. This is made by KS Craft. Okay, and KS Craft has made this truck die with a bunch of add-ons. There is a Valentine's Day set. Okay, there is a Christmas set. So there's gingerbread, all kinds of stuff in here. There's a Halloween set, a fall set, Easter set, and a summer set. So there's beach balls, an umbrella, that kind of thing. So there's Easter bunny, there's summer, there's fall truck, Halloween, Christmas, and Valentine's Day all go with this truck die. That, to me, is a die worth buying. That all you're doing then is paying a little bit of money for the add-on. You buy the base and then you buy the add-ons you want. I have all, but I think they came out with another one that I didn't. Oh, there's a back to school one that I don't have. There might be another one that I don't have. I think there might be a St. Patrick's Day one that I actually do want if they do have one, but I just didn't buy it yet. But this to me is something that you can build upon, and then you have this truck that you can make for different holidays and different times of year. I've used this in, I made my boyfriend a Valentine's Day card one year. I used this in a 4th of July journal for somebody that had the summer stuff in it. I have used this, and I've used this many a times, and it's come in very handy, and not just to make the truck, but the little pieces that come with all of the things that, like, if you need something that's a gingerbread man, there's a gingerbread man in there. This to me might be a little bit, you might be putting a little bit more money into it, but if this is your style and this is your thing, this is something that's worth it. Like, I know they also have like a tiered tray one, I believe KS Craft has, that had different items to put in tiered trays. Those are the kind of dies. All right, and last but certainly not least, and this is a me thing, you guys. This is totally me. If you know me by now, you know I buy every single tree item there is. I'm a woods girl. I love the outdoors. It doesn't seem like it, but I do. I love to go hiking. I love to be in the woods. I love it. I love camping. I love all those things, and I love a tree die. So my point of this one is, if there is something that you love, okay, something that is totally a thing that you absolutely adore, buy the dies. If you're going to be using them time and time again to make cards and make things, you buy the dies. Okay? If you love hearts, you buy the heart dies. If you love mason jars, you buy the mason jars. I am such a book lover. I buy all the book dies. I love a good book die. That is another thing. If you love it and you're going to use it, you buy it, okay? You buy the things that you love so you can use them all the time. Plain and simple. Okay? Buy the things you love. All right, so to recap, buy the dies you love. If you love books and you see a book die and you're like, God, I have to have that book die, buy it. Get the book die and start collecting the book dies. If you're somebody who grills and you love putting that kind of stuff in your journal because you love grilling and cooking and all that kind of stuff, buy the dies. They will come in handy for you. If that's something that you want to do, you buy them. I use these freaking tree dies constantly. and I love them. Okay, and then multi-purpose dies, something that is a main die with different add-ons. This is KS Crafts, great die. This little truck set, great die. And then holiday dies. If you're a card maker, you need the dies for the holidays. Plain and simple. You don't need as many as I have, but I feel like you should have 2 different ones for every holiday, because that gives you 2 different cards you can make, and then mix and match and do what you need to do. If you like fun fold cards but don't want to do the work, fun fold dies are the way to go. And then tag dies. The special ones, the fancy ones, the fun ones, not the plain old boring ones. Don't buy the plain old boring ones, okay, you guys? Buy either the We Are tag maker board thing or that punch. Buy something like that to make your tags. I recommend the punch. It's so easy. And then shapes, all kinds of shapes. You need shapes in your life. Very versatile. You need them. And then these all go back up on my wall, so they're going to sit here. Sentiment dies, number dies, and alpha dies. So there you go. Those are the dies I think are most important to have in your stash. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this helped you out if you're a newbie. Also, now I have 2 different die cutting machines. I have the Sizzix, this small sidekick for small things. Like I could run this entire number set through this little thing and not have to bring out my big one. But I also have a big one. I have the Big Shot. I don't want to grab it right now. You've seen it so many times. I don't want to grab it. But the Big Shot, now you have to decide what's right for you. They have electric ones. They have regular crank ones. They have all different brands make them. You have to figure out what's best for you when it comes to die cutting. You figure that out. You do your research. Watch videos. See which one people like best. I did originally have a... What's the brand? I can't think of it. My boyfriend bought it for me used on Facebook Marketplace because the older woman who was selling it wanted to go with an electric one. So he bought it super cheap, and I can't remember what the brand was. It started with it was not a Sizzix. It was the other one. And it broke immediately after we bought it. So I ended up getting the Sizzix. And honestly, I really wish I would have gotten an electric one. But then I watch people with electric ones, and I'm like, I'm really happy with my crank one, but I wish I would have gotten a different one. I'm not happiest with the Big Shot, and I'm not happy with the Big Shot because of the plates. The plates shift a lot, and I don't like that. So all I'm saying is you look and do and see and research to which ones you would want if you're just starting out. All right, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next crafty video. Please let me know if you've gotten this far. Comment down below and let me know what your number 1 die is that you think you need in your stash. Let me know what you think I should have. There you go. Let me know what you think I should have in my stash. All right, have a great rest of your day.